Welcome back to the Creepy Files. Today we're covering the Season 2 finale of Squimpus McGrimpus' FNaF tapes, animated cartoon. Let me just say, this is definitely the best in the series. There's clearly a lot of effort put into this and it pays off. So let's talk briefly about what happens. I don't want this to be a replacement for the actual video itself, so please go watch it, then come back, and we'll talk about it. Essentially, the video starts as a cartoon made by Fazbear Entertainment. It's relatively harmless until Chica notices that there are 2 extra seats that no one is using. Then she finds a photo of her and the gang, but there are 2 dark figures, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear, seemingly marked out. The door closes behind her and we move on to our next section. We see a grassy meadow with the text, "Tomorrow is another day," and the visual of a disturbing Psychic Friend Fredbear plush. Then it gets even crazier, with flames, distorted laughing, and Fredbear with the text, "We're never getting out." This moves on to the portion of the video that holds the most story importance. The puppet's mask breaks, and we get the text, "To Charlie, you're wrong. You know you are. My brother is a monster. He killed me. He's the reason my head is missing parts." And then everyone pretended like it never happened. Like I don't exist. What makes you think he'd be any different now? Stop saying he'll save us. It isn't true. All you're doing is hurting us more. To Nicole, Lucas, Angie, and Benjamin, I'm sorry. I don't care if you hate me for saying it, but there really is no way out. We're going to be here forever. I've accepted it. Can't you accept it too? Please. I don't want to be alone. Alright, so what the hell does all of this mean? Let's talk about what we know leading up to this point, or at least what I've speculated about in my previous videos. First off, according to Squimpus McGrimpus on Twitter, nothing after FNaF 4 is canon to this AU, besides possibly some minor elements of sister location. We know there's a restaurant with Fredbear, Spring Bonnie, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. We know that there's a murderer, or as we know him, a criminal, that has at least 2 children. The older brother, Michael, plays a prank on his younger brother, which unfortunately leads to a fatal injury for the younger brother, from the Fredbear animatronic.
Was that the body of 87?
Their father, this criminal, kills 5 children, their spirits haunting the other cast members of Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Freddy, and one haunting the puppet. Michael, now older, is set on a quest by the puppet to find the truth about his father and kill him once and for all. See, in FNaF 3, after we see the Purple Man springlocked, as mentioned in the Season 1 finale, we'd assume that that would be the end of him. But it's not. He comes back as Springtrap. And as we know from the bad ending of FNaF 3, the children aren't set free after they springlock him. Only after the secret minigames are completed by the player can the good ending happen. Again, I'm connecting what we see in the tapes with what we see in the games, which I know aren't necessarily one-to-one, but I'm trying to create a cohesive story. Essentially, to set the souls truly free, the puppet is trying to enlist Michael to kill his own father so the spirits can be at peace. That's what Season 1 was about, and most of Season 2 was adding some sort of context to this. However, at the end of the company PSA video, we were kind of confused. Well, now we have more context. This entire last tape is about the conflict that the spirit of Michael's brother is going through with the puppet. The puppet believes the only way to set the souls free is to burn Fazbear Fright, where Springtrap resides, to the ground. Michael's brother still blames Michael, and doesn't want his help. After the Springlock failure we hear about in Season 1, and what happened to Michael's brother, who we'll call BV from this point on, Fazbear Entertainment swept the whole thing under the rug, like they never existed. This included BV's accident. Michael tried to make amends while BV was in the hospital, as we see in FNaF 4, but it's all smeared when Fazbear Entertainment essentially erases the fact that he ever existed, and BV still blames Michael for this. And BV doesn't think it's possible for them to escape their torment like the puppet does. He thinks their souls will never move on. Or does he? The last line, "I don't want to be alone," makes me wonder. Think about it. BV wasn't killed by William Afton, aka the purple guy. He was killed by Michael, even if it was an accident. Golden Freddy / Fredbear / BV's last line is that he doesn't want to be alone. Once William is dead for good, why would BV's soul move on? Purple guy wasn't his killer. Maybe it's Michael who needs to die for BV to move on, or even harder for BV to accept, he needs to forgive Michael. So if the puppet goes with her plan, the very person that killed BV would help the only friends BV has, the only people he can even talk to in their purgatory state. They would disappear, and he would be stuck waiting for justice of his own untimely fate, waiting in darkness, alone. Wow, that was a big one. Honestly, when things get this in-depth, I'm sure I left something out, or misinterpreted a detail, or something along those lines. So if you have a better idea than this, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Or Squimpus, if you maybe want to correct me and explain a little bit if I got some stuff wrong. I wouldn't be against that. But if any of you viewers have a better idea than this theory, let me know your thoughts in the comments or on my Twitter and Instagram. But remember, it's not over yet. We still have the 3-parter Season 3 to look forward to. Until then, I'll see you all next time.